So when you arrive at the beach, you'll often get something that faces you that looks a little bit like this behind us. And it really pays to take a little bit of time to make sense of it. It can look like a jumbled mess, and it may be, but if you watch it for 5 to 10 minutes, it may be that you start to see some patterns come out of things. What we've got down on the sand here is we've just starting to draw a bit of beach art, and progressively over watching this for 5 or 10 minutes, I'm now able to sort of show a little bit to myself as to what I think's going on out there. So we've obviously got I've tried to draw the whole size of the beach here, which gives me some idea of scale. Sometimes it's worthwhile, the idea is that this is the edge of the water here, this is the beach. Sometimes it's worth taking a walk up and down the beach to get it. Sometimes we're lucky, as we are here, that there's a track up the side of the break, and you can actually see the break sideways on. That allows me to create perspective and scale for myself. So what I was able to see, and what's consistently happening, is that there's an area, well, there's obviously some rocks in here, so you might want to be able to identify the hazards first, things to stay away from. But just in by the rock, there's an area of water in here that doesn't seem to break very much at all. So we'll come back to that and explain what that is. As we move further across the beach, it doesn't seem to make so much sense in terms of it doesn't have a consistency to it. Yet every now and again in this area around here, there's something that comes in where a wave will start to form in a bit of a peak and break out here, and then as it comes in, it breaks further and further in. And what that means for us is that there's a consistent place where you could take off either at this side as a surfer and surf in this direction if this was your kayak, surfing this way, or you can maybe take off in this side and surf consistently running left, running that way along the wave. Having made some sense of the beach, this is very simplistic. What's really useful is if you also have a really good look for any other hazards. So if there are any isolated rocks, there aren't, but if there were, I might well draw them on, that there's something going on nasty there that I might want to stay away from when I actually come to surf. Having made sense of what's going on out there, then it's good for us as a group to share our plans. So if we might sort of say, right, well, we're going to get on, and it's pretty obvious now where we're going to surf. But if one person's surfing on the wave and they're coming in having a great time like that, somebody else has just got off and they turn around and start paddling out in the same place, we're going to interfere with each other's surfing. So the etiquette here would be, where possible, we plan a surfing in zone, and that might be us down in that direction, that we surf that way, but then when we paddle out, we take a different line. Don't really want to paddle back through the breaking waves, that's going to be hard work. So this channel of deeper water over here might be something that we move along the beach a little bit to get, and then paddle back out in that direction, finally coming back into the lineup over here where we queue, we allow other people to go if necessary in front of us, and then we get our go at surfing in. That organisation within a surf zone, if we can get that going in our group, it'll give everybody the best chance of a quality surf. The one thing I didn't mention, I said I would mention rather, was this, what this deep channel is here, what this flat water channel is here. And it is what we call a rip. As a swimmer, we know that a rip isn't a good thing. It's something that's perhaps moving back out to sea that might take us out. And that's exactly what it is. When this water from these waves piles up on the beach, it will split and it will look for ways to get back out to sea. Now some of it, a lot of it, the majority of it will go underneath the waves, but some of it will drain to the deeper channels in the sand and make their way back out in the form of little localized currents, or rips as they're called. And it's these rips that we can use to our advantage as a surfer to help us get back out into the lineup.